Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cordamt. We are back to continue our playthrough of Pathfinder Kingmaker in Last Azlanti. We are in the lizardfolk village. We have just spoken with the king and we're about to go and explore the village before dealing with the evil spirit in the area. I think this chest is locked, but it's like an insanely high DC. But I'm gonna try to open it. We can also get a key for it later, I believe. But if I can try to get it right now, I'm gonna try and do that. Because of the experience. So you sing. We have the blessing of the faithful. No, locked. It wouldn't be impossible, but it is really it is a very high roll that's necessary. I'm not gonna waste my time here trying to do it with my main character and the range ledger main. Not even sure if I could. So, in the lizard village we have a couple of things to do here. We have some items to pick up. We got some rope, which is cool. Which isn't, you know, particularly necessary. But we're gonna pick up all of these things. And then we're gonna start speaking with the inhabitants. And the reason for that is, and I can't really use the correct terminology because I don't know it. But basically, you can talk to people in the area, and if you are good to them, or evil, depending on what you want to do, it will influence the outcome of the interaction with the spirit, I believe. Either the spirit or the lizard king. Don't actually remember. We're just robbing them of all of their food. Don't mind us. Checking for hidden stuff. I do quite enjoy the graphics of this game.
My destination.
It's very pretty. Yep. Okay. I think that's... Oh, there's one more corner here. We're actually going around, okay. Da-da-da-da. And I think this should be all. Yeah. Okay. So let's speak with the people in the area. And I will try and buff my main character in case we are dealing with some kind of persuasion checks.
I'm up for an adventure.
Yeah, we are. Fashor. The lizard folk standing near the monitor lizard holding pen recoils when he notices you. Warm blood, why come our village? Who are you? Fashor is warrior of Longtail tribe. In Warm Blood tongue, Fashor called Kennel Master. But monitor lizards better than dogs, yes. Monitor lizards tough, enduring, and have strong jaws. And they poison. The lizard folk pets one of the monitor lizards on the head. Fashor know all about monitor lizards. Breeding them, training them, healing, killing, and cooking them. No dog compares to monitor lizards. Okay. You seem to be nervous. What's going on here? Hehe. Fashor is warrior. Fashor know no fear. The lizard folk looks aside and hisses. Many strange things in village, he has under his breath. Bad things, wrong things. Everyone afraid great ancestor will destroy us. Fashor know, Warm Blood came to take youngling. If all go in peace, that good. If not, Fashor's hand steady and Fashor's spear sharp. Okay, well, I came to take a child. Is he here? Is he still alive? Youngling in spirit hut. When we find him, tribesmen argue. One say, soft tender meat, we eat him. Others say, no, we take him back to Warm Bloods and trade him for sharp knives. But great ancestors say, no, youngling go to spirit hut. Throw him in monitor lizard cage, but don't let them eat him. Take him back. Poke the youngling with spears, but not really hurt him. Youngling scared, youngling cry, ancestor laugh. What for? Why? So it kind of feels like this spirit feeds on the fear of this youngling. If Warm Blood want revenge, bring war, Fashor understand. Fashor ready to fight, yes, but prefer Warm Blood talk to ancestor, take child and go in peace. Okay, so let's go for the neutral good option here. I don't seek revenge on your tribe, I just want to take the child home. Good, good. Longtail's always in peace with Warmbloods, yes. The lizard folk is obviously relieved. So we also get some experience out of this. We can now leave. We can also talk to the guys here by the farm. So, same deal, we're gonna buff up.
Knowledge is the key to victory.
Two lizard folk stand near a small garden, arguing fiercely as they wave their hands and lash the ground with their tails. What you say is stupid. Any fool understand it, even Warmblood. The lizard folk points at you with its tiny finger. Hey you, Warmblood, come here and tell this bonehead I speak truth. What are you arguing about? We two, Tassat and Chalur, make garden. Good garden, lots of heal herb. Not anymore. Then great ancestor come. Tell us root out all heal herb and plant dopeweed instead. How can that be? Disobey ancestor is wrong. Ancestor must be respected. Ancestor wise knows better. We like small children, know nothing, yes? Must not argue, must do as told. Shalur may know nothing, but Tassat can use his head. Root out heal herb wrong. Plant dopeweed wrong. Tassat think great ancestor eat too much dopeweed himself. Yeah, Tassat is right, you should think for yourself. Some more experience. Shalor mumbles displeased while Tassat lifts his finger in triumph. See, yes, if Ancestor tell go jump from big rock, you obey him too. Ancestor not planted this oh my god, dyslexia. This garden. It not up to him what we do with it. Alright. How much for Cordon Peanut level up? It's still a little bit, okay. And I think this is the spirit hut. Yep. So there is one more house we haven't seen yet. And it also contains one of these decisions here. Which is this one. The clutch hut. We have Vidish.
Our time has come.
Again, same deal.
Does anyone require my
I am your
counsel?
shield.
Keep your wits about you.
On the floor of the hut, lying among eggshells, an old lizard folk is pressing his hand against a festering wound. Raising his head with great effort, he stares at you. Driskin? No, I see truth. Ashasta. Ha. I've been waiting for you, yes? Who are you? A Virish of Longtail tribe. Once was Clutch father. Now no eggs, and soon no tribe. So who Virish now? You tell me, Ashtata. What happened here? Great ancestor go crazy. Tell of famine come soon. Children starve, so we must eat eggs like every time famine come. Oh god. They ate their children? But what is famine? Many animals, many mushrooms everywhere. We could breed many children, could raise many warriors, yes. Virish try save eggs, but try stop tribe from eating them. Great ancestor get angry, put spell on Virish. Then Chieftain Vesket poke Virish with spear. I lie and watch Longtails eat our own eggs. Now no eggs left, no children left. Where tribe get new warriors from? Soon Virish die, and then tribe die, yes. What did you call me? Ashastaha, death. You have many faces. You can come as animal, as wind, as dry skin. Come and take all, everything, yes. Okay, let's go for the good option. Let's heal the wounded lizard folk. Hold on, I can help you. The lizard folk's wound closes as he stares at you, astounded. You know take Virish? You dry skin? Friend? Virish rises to his feet. Weird day when dry skin save one of tribe. Weird, but maybe not last for tribe. Maybe not time for Ashashtaha, take all. Okay, I have to go. And I think basically what we're doing here is, I think we're helping the people and we're making sure that they are less fearful. Because as we know, or as we suspect, this great ancestor feeds on the fear of this tribe. Sound of this giant drum probably travels many miles. So we're gonna go into the spirit hut. Now, before we go in, we are going to buff up, because there will be a battle here. And I'm gonna try and make sure I remember what I need to do, and I think I need protection from fire on my main character. So let's go for our medium duration buffs. It's possible that some of these buffs we don't actually need, but Not gonna bother casting them by hand. So Rigonguard is almost enlarged. Let's get your arcane weapon enhancement as well. Actually, I don't want shock. I think I'll go for flaming. Okay, take that one out. Okay.
I yearn for entertainment.
Yeah, so fire and acid. Good. So now what I want is I'm gonna want protection from lightning, or resistance, sorry. And then we're gonna use our bonded holy symbol and protect from fire as well. And I'm gonna check if I have an actual protection from fire spell for my main character here. Resist, protection communal, I'm not gonna use it. Protection from acid. I could do this as well, and I will. We're gonna get our protection from evil communal.
Does it mean whatever I do now because I am righteous?
And we are gonna go in. I am going to go in with Inspire Competence. I believe there's gonna be like a will check or an arcana check. So I want to try and make sure that we pass that one. And in that same regard... what is arcana? Arcana. 10. Actually quite high. 11. 8. And 5. So Rigonguard would be the one with the most arcana checks.
Here.
Okay, let's move in. Actually, wait. I want something else as well. We're gonna use haste. Okay, with our extend rod. This again. And go in. Ah, I could have done this inside, but it's fine. We're gonna talk to Mr. Tig, the child. A young boy stands in the middle of the hut. He's pale and his eyes are wide and frantic, but when he opens his mouth, a much older voice emerges, confident and derisive. Kneel before your great ancestor, mortals, or I'll punish you. The child bursts into spooky laughter. Alright, enough games. I understand you are here to take the boy. Who or what exactly am I talking to? You can call me Count Shimmerglow, your excellency to my friends. I own this village and all these foolish lizards. You wouldn't want to get on my bad side. So yeah, we have it's 20, it's quite high, but a roll of 5 or above would work. So who are you? A ghost? Evil spirit? I need to know what I'm dealing with. Okay, good. We rolled a 18. Okay, nice. It's hard to detect what it is you are speaking with. A ghost, demon, fae, maybe something even more exotic. Regardless, it doesn't seem that he's possessing the boy. It's most likely that he's standing near the boy, invisible, and controlling the boy telepathically. Oh yes, what could I be? A mystery, a secret, a delightful charade. It's enough for you to know I'm not the last one at the court of a particularly important and influential person. And now, this is what we're gonna go for soon. We can use magic to make the spirit visible and attack, and you can only do this if somebody in your party has glitter dust prepared, which we do. So what are we doing here? And I should swap for the evil voice. Enjoying myself. These gullible lizards obey my every word, and I do my best to make their lives a living hell, so I can feed on their fear, pain, and shame. All the most delectable emotions. Why do you need this, child? The deep primal terror of these barbarians makes for a heavy and satisfying meal, but there's no spice to it. It's too plain. You see, I'm a connoisseur by nature. Sometimes I yearn for something sweet, something tender, and this child's fear makes for just such a delightful dessert. Okay, so we're gonna use magic. I don't negotiate with monsters, bitch. There we go. We have the cast of Glitter Dust, and we reveal Count Shimmerglow, who is, in fact, a variant of Will-O-Wisp. Does it even say down here? I think it does. Every trapper and bog farmer, blah blah blah. Yeah, Will-O-Wisps. So this guy, he's able to cast Shield, which he is casting right now, which means that the one thing that these enemies are typically vulnerable to, which is Magic Missile, no longer applies, because Shield makes you immune to Magic Missiles. As it says... Whoop. It negates Magic Missile attacks directed at you. So, first things first, I want to move my character as far away as possible, because this guy, as I said before, likes to target your main characters. So move over here. He also casts Lightning Bolt, so I don't want people to stay in a line. I'm gonna send Valerie over there. We can have like Rigongar over there, for instance. My pets shouldn't matter too much. We're gonna have Jubilost strictly casting acid bombs on top of the enemy. Cordampina is going to toss out a prayer. And there's one thing that I'm not really sure about, because this guy says he is immune to electricity, but he does not say that he is immune to spells, which is typically what Will-O-Wisps are immune to. So what I'm gonna try and do, given that we have Delay Poison, is I'm gonna try and make use of my Stinking Cloud and see if we can actually hit him. He has a Fortitude save of plus 12, so it's gonna be hard. But we can try, we can just keep on forcing saves. Can't do much else anyway with my character, so might as well try and make him useful. And I believe that's all I want. I'm gonna send Ekundai over here as well. Okay, so weapon enhancement. This guy is casting. We're gonna turn on our Song of Inspired Courage. You can stay where you are. I might nauseate the child as well, but it shouldn't matter. And yeah, by also using the option Detect Magic, he now has a permanent Glitter Dust effect, so he cannot go invisible anymore. Cordampin is doing her thing, you are tossing out acid. Rigongar is gonna focus on the guy. Let's give him Arcane Accuracy for an extra buff there. And that should be all that I need. And now we try and okay! First try! I'm just curious here. He failed. He rolled a 1. He sucks. Okay, good for us. But yeah, so the difficulty class is 20. So essentially a roll between 1 and 7 would make him fail. So it's a good thing to cast on him. He is now essentially out of the fight. He can't do anything. So we just kill him. Just a matter of waiting. There we go. Are you singing? You are. I'm gonna put another one up, just for good measure. The more saves we force, the less likely it is that he's gonna come back to the fight. Rigongar is hitting quite well, and we just killed him. Let me just check some. I wanna see how much we're hitting for. So, for example, Rigongar hits. He has a bonus of 23. The target's armor class is 39, because he also has shield, yeah. Yeah, but rolling an 18 goes for 41, works. Yeah, and we get 2 attacks because, again, we are hasted. Are we hasted? Wait, where did my haste go to? What the hell? Where did my haste go to? It's possible it might have simply run out, but I thought it would last a little bit more. Okay, well, regardless. We killed him. It was just a matter of time. We could have waited a long time because he was disabled. in the Stinking Clouds. This is just a very simple example of why this spell is very powerful. And as you see, everybody from our team is immune to it. So, very, very good crowd control effect.
There are many rooms to
We leveled up Cordampina. So we saved the child. It's actually strangely still here. I think he usually runs. Let me talk to him. Ah, thank you good people, I gotta run to my ma now. Okay. We're gonna get some honey.
focus on the goal.
And before we leave,
I
we
will
are
see this
going
through.
to do one of these buffs. I don't think
I
it
am
matters, but...
yours to command.
And we're gonna start singing. Because I think we might need it. You hear a loud altercation from the street. In the middle of the village, Kagar the Rattler and Chieftain Vesket are yelling at each other. You don't understand, bonehead. There's no Stishak. Evil spirit trick you, and you believe like stupid child. You almost destroy whole tribe. Stishak lead long tales to victory. We conquer all and all be scared of us. Just a little more, I capture all lands, build great empire, like old times. Like your song tells, from big water to high mountain. Seeing you, Vesket bares his teeth. Traitor, you work with warm blood. To kill great ancestor, never forget. Revenge, revenge. And this is why we wanted to have the song... What, is the song going? It should be. There is no visual effect though. Archon's aura applied, awesome. It's because we are in range. So everybody's gonna start killing.
I'll cut you.
We only have 3 enemies, no more. I think this is also affected based on the choices we made while we were talking to the lizards in the village. And if we want to be extra safe, you know, we can once again cast a Stinking Cloud on top of all of these. Are they resistant to acid? I don't think so, but let's swap to fire. And Cordampina, I think you just chill.
Strike as one.
Kundayo is shooting, everybody's doing their thing. Yep, it's fine. Man, I love Jubilost. I love him. It was a crit, but still. 49 fire damage, plus 22 splash damage to everybody around. Yeah. Stinking Cloud, this guy resisted. That one didn't, this also resisted. I think he's using Cleave. I could haste my people. Not sure it will be worth it though. Let's just nuke him with magic missiles. Yeah, he died. Rigongar hit for 33. Yeah, Rigongar hits for a lot. Stinking Cloud on both. They can't do anything anymore. And the fight is over. Okay, so what do we get? We get from the lizardfolk King Vesket an Amulet of Natural Armor +1. This is likely Hide Armor +1 or 2. This is actually an interesting trident. And we also have the King Vesket's Key. So what are these? This will open the chest inside his hut, as we saw. Natural Armor. Do I still have anyone that might want this? Because if not, I'm gonna give it to my main character, I think. Oh, you can. There you go. +1. And this here is actually an interesting weapon. This is Bound Thunder. It deals 1d8 piercing damage, it's enchanted magically with a +1, and it also deals 1d6 electrical damage. So overall, if you can see here, it deals 3 to 15 damage. Comparing to the Bastard Sword, for example, it's more damage. But... here. This +1 Shock Trident grants its wielder the ability to cast Lightning Bolt once per day as a 10th level wizard. This is actually quite nice. It is quite nice. I typically gave this to Valerie. I'm not sure if I want to do it. I can try, I guess. She has a +12. Still +12. 9 to 21, 8 to 17. Critical range is lower, but I don't think it matters too much. Okay, sure. I'll do this, and maybe sometime in the future I will actually remember to use the lightning bolt. I typically forget about it completely, so don't be surprised if I never cast it once during the entire game. It's just the way my brain works. Oh, and I forgot something important. I leveled up my friend, but I didn't give him better armor. Yeah. So we can swap from Woodland's Aegis to this breastplate +2 that we picked up in the Ruined Tower. And his AC goes from 26 to 29, which is, you know, quite lovely. I think the ability stays over here. Yeah. Okay. Put this there. I think that's all. Let's speak with our friends here, Kagar. Warm blood save Longtail tribe from huge evil. May sun and moon bless Warm blood. May his ancestors smile always at him. What will happen to your tribe now? Kagar not know. Damage too big. We stay in village, not survive long. Need go somewhere away from thickskins. Look for new place to live. Your tribe has taken a huge blow. If you wish, we could give you shelter in one of our towns. Warmblood done lots for Longtails, but we not take too many gifts, yes. Otherwise we lose our heart. Who we become in your big cities? Beggars? Vermin like rats? We need find our own path, yes. And since I'm not going murder hobo here, we're not gonna go for chaotic evil option, we're just gonna leave. We are happy, we helped out our lizard friends, and we're also gonna check out what this guy had in his chest. Kagar is now taking the place of the leader. This effect is because of Stinking Cloud. Is this trapped? I don't think it is. 51 hit points. Resistance from fire. I should be fine.
I must
Okay.
accept my fate.
We get a diamond, another emerald, shard of knight's braces, and overall just money. Okay, cool. Let me look over Cordampina. She's gonna get additional feet. This is gonna be easy. For the feats though, I'll have to think a little bit. Okay, let me pause the video and I'll come back when I have a decision made. And I am back. So, it was actually none of these options. There are definitely some good options here. Greater spell focus in evocation would always be nice. Selective channel can be useful, although it's not really that necessary. Weapon focus on longbow would also help out, but I'm actually gonna go for something different, which is gonna be rapid shot. So, when making a full attack with a ranged weapon, you can fire one additional time this round at your highest bonus. All of your attack rolls take a -2 penalty when using rapid shot. So, overall, just shooting one more time per turn can be a good thing to do, and basically for when she's not casting spells. I was considering keep going on the greater spell focus evocation, but the reason why I didn't choose it is, looking at what we're gonna get on level 4, we don't actually have any powerful evocation spells on this level. So there's really no point in getting greater spell focus yet. Sure, it would help out Archon's aura, but I think I'm fine with just taking a little bit of extra archery points here for rapid shot. And then also on level 11, which is when we also get when we also have base attack bonus of 6, we can also consider getting many shot, which has a requirement of rapid shot plus base attack bonus 6, so it works out well. Sorry, I said 11, I meant 9. On level 9, we can also get many shot or greater spell focus evocation if I find that it might be more useful. So, from our new spells acquired, I'm just gonna go over the ones that I consider to be very, very useful. And those are Death Ward. So Death Ward, let's not confuse this with Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, okay? It's important to understand this is different. Death Ward is cast on one friendly creature within touch range. It lasts 1 minute per level, and the subject gains a +4 morale bonus on saves against all death spells and magical death effects. The subject is immune to energy drain and any negative energy effects, including channeled negative energy. This spell does not remove negative levels that the subject already gained and does not protect against other sorts of attacks, even if those attacks might be lethal. So, it's very important, because you might be thinking of Death Ward from Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 as something that would make you completely immune to kill spells, like Power Word Kill or something like that. It is not the case here. Something like Finger of Death will go through this. So you get a +4 morale bonus to save against it, but you are not immune against it. What you are immune against is stuff like, for example, channel negative energy from enemy clerics. You are immune to that damage. You are immune to level drain, which is going to be very important, especially against certain enemies. And you know, it's overall something positive to have if you are expecting to go fight, for example, against specters, because specters will level drain you on every successful hit. Very important spell to have. Divine Power. This is something we will not be using yet, but later on we might be using a lot more. It's a personal effect, lasts for 1 round per level. Calling upon the divine power of your patron, you imbue yourself with strength and skill in combat. You gain a +1 luck bonus, so it stacks with pretty much everything else, on attack rolls and weapon damage rolls, strength checks and strength-based skill checks for every 3 caster levels you have, maximum of +6. Which means, as we level up, this will scale with us, and we can get a bonus of +6 to attack bonus and +6 to damage, which is quite good. You also gain 1 temporary hit point per caster level. Whenever you make a full attack, you can make an additional attack at your full base attack bonus plus any appropriate modifiers. This additional attack is not cumulative with similar effects such as haste, which is kind of the sad part about it. But it will be a very, very good buff to have later on if we want to have Cordampina, you know, dish out some more damage with her bow. Freedom of movement. Something as important or equally important to Death Ward. This one lasts 10 minutes per level, so a very long time. 1 creature within touch range, and it enables you or a creature you touch to move and attack normally for the duration of the spell, even under the influence of magic that usually impedes movement, such as paralysis, solid fog, slow, and web. All combat maneuver checks made to grapple the target automatically fail. So, basically what this means is you can move across stuff like web, you are immune to slow, you cannot be paralyzed with something like hold person, so it's a very important spell to also keep in mind to protect yourself against. Then we also have protection from energy communal. Don't need to read this, we've been using it through scrolls. It will just make sure that everybody in the area for 10 minutes gets protection from a specific energy, be it fire, lightning, acid, or cold. It protects up to a maximum of 120 points at 10th level. Other than that, we also have Restoration, which is, you know, useful to remove, for example, ability stat drain. If you are drained of dexterity or strength or whatever, Restoration will help you dispel some of those things. I might as well just read it, I guess. So this spell functions like Lesser Restoration, except that it also dispels temporary negative levels or 1 permanent negative level. It's also very important, for example, if somebody drains a level from you, or if you get resurrected. I'm not sure if Kingmaker also does this, but I do know that Wrath of the Righteous does. When you get resurrected, you get 2 permanent negative levels, or 1, depending on the spell used. This would be a way to remove it. Restoration cures all temporary ability damage, and it restores all points permanently drained from a single ability score. It also eliminates any fatigue or exhaustion suffered by the target. So if you are facing off against certain enemies and you forgot to use delay poison and you got drained for a bunch, Restoration will heal that all up. All temporary damage will get removed. Permanent ones, it's only 1 at a time. So you may have to cast multiple restorations if you have permanent damage on more than one stat. And that's all. It's an important spell, but not something that I typically bother too much in having memorized all the time. And other than that, I don't really use any more from what's over here. Crusader's Edge is a good spell, but not so much for Kingmaker. It's mostly for Wrath of the Righteous, I feel. Because you can cast this spell on a melee weapon in your primary hand, although it's on a friendly target creature, not necessarily personal. And you imbue it with a powerful holy energy, granting your primary weapon the Bane weapon quality against evil outsiders. Furthermore, whenever you score a successful critical hit against an outsider with the evil subtype, you not only deal normal critical damage with the weapon, but also nauseate the outsider for 1d3 rounds. So the same effect as the Stinking Cloud. The outsider can reduce his haunted condition to sickened for 1 round with a successful fortitude save. It's a very, very powerful spell, but only if you are expecting to fight against evil outsiders. I don't exactly remember in Kingmaker if there are a lot or not. We can start looking at their types and decide if this is something that I want to take. But for the most part, the biggest takes from level 4 here are Death Ward, Freedom of Movement. These are really the main ones. And then later on, Divine Power. That's our cleric leveled up. With this, we are done with this area. The door is closed. Okay, we can just open it, never mind. So, since we also have some events in our barony, we're gonna go to the barony, we're gonna check out any kingdom events we might have to manage, and we're also gonna report our success to the mother, because she is now in the tavern with the child. I think if I go this way, I think the game allows me to go up. Or I'm wrong. Okay. Let's back up then. Is it through here? I could have sworn there was something here that allowed me to go up. Okay, I guess not. Okay, so I think from here I can just click here. Or I can go through here. It's also useful sometimes to just explore the world and explore the pathways, so that in the future you can just click wherever you want to go when it's faster.
We should gather our strength.
We're gonna rest as usual. Don't need to swap anything there. I'm not in any rush also in terms of quest timers, so I'm fine to just not bother too much with how long it takes to rest and stuff like that. We can just progress as normal. And let's go into Tuskdale. I wonder if I can rename this as well, this name. Let me see. Okay, not through here, I guess. Let's go to the tavern. I think it's the first time we're coming here also. We have an Oriel 8 Eyes here as well now. So in case we want to recruit a new companion, we can do so here. We're gonna pick up whatever's in the area. Someone carved a body poem about the origin of the name the Stag Lord. This is technically our barony, so we're not actually stealing. Kind of. Potatoes, very good. A bunch of liquor. The Beer Mug Inn.
I can see my destination.
Scattered ink stains suggest that Lindsay may have spent some time here. And here we have Jenna and Tig. As soon as the peasant woman sees you, she falls to her knees trying to kiss your hand. Oh, your grace, our deliverer. You saved him. You rescued my little one. What would we ever do without you? Every day until the day I die, I shall pray to all the gods for your health. So we get a +3 to loyalty for our barony and 600 experience. Quite nice. Simple quest to turn in. I'm also going to investigate the upside here. Or the upper floor here. Jathal. Wait, do I have to talk to her?
That posed little challenge.
No, but I haven't spoken with her yet. I'm just gonna exhaust this, by the way. Let's go for the good options. Carnal pleasures. Okay. I'm just being careful not to pick anything that might do something wrong. Okay, done. I believe there's a perception check somewhere around here. I was told about this in one of my earlier videos as a comment. But I think you need to have like a very decent perception score to be able to spot it, which we don't. Writing on the wall, Aldori crossed out, Surtova crossed out, Beard underlined.
My expertise prevailed.
Oh, we're actually... Okay, cool.
It seems my
bitch.
expertise was not enough.
Ugh, 30? Never mind.
There are many rooms.
I will not get that one. I could have actually made this character my trickery character, but since we're gonna have other people for the job, I don't really feel the need to do it.
That posed little challenge.
Another emerald? Damn, there's a lot of emeralds. I usually think there is no emeralds available, basically, because I tend to just use the mass sell property, the button, sorry, and I sell them all, and then I can't find another one. Elena, the barkeeper, or the bartender. Behind the inn's bar stands a young woman with curly red hair, a round face and rosy cheeks. She gives you a friendly smile, fixing her cap. It's so nice of you to stop by, Your Grace. I'm Elena, the innkeeper. Tell me about yourself. I'd be happy to, Your Grace. I love to talk, especially about myself. Okay, so I'm also gonna skip this. This is just flavor. What rumors have you heard? Lately, everyone's been talking about the tower at the Candlemere. They say lights were dancing around it like a busy cook stove. Everyone who saw it says different things. Some witnessed a dragon, and some glowing hamsters crawling from the lake. What? They're probably all lying, but the place is definitely spooky and mysterious. Glowing hamsters is something that I did not expect to read. Okay, so what does she have? She has camping supplies, a bunch of food. Okay, I won't sell my stuff here because I like to keep her inventory clear in case I need some of this. I never do, but it's a habit I picked up in Wrath of the Righteous. If I want to sell crap, I typically sell it on the merchant, which contains the least interesting things for me. Because that... Okay, I'll explain when we get there. It is easier.
I can see my destination.
Okay, so what I'm talking about is... Let's say I go to Asuf here. This guy actually has some interesting items, right? He has this ring of luck, of plentiful hunts. He has some belts, some unique items as well. So these are items that typically I like to have available when I come to check out his inventory. And I don't like to waste a lot of time scrolling about, because it is something that might happen once, eventually. So what I do is, if I want to sell stuff that I don't care about, that's going to clutter up the inventory of the seller, I will sell it to this guy, Verdal, because I don't think he has a lot of stuff that's very interesting. I typically don't purchase anything to him. Yeah, so we can just offer up everything here. Okay, emeralds are going. And this way, if I sell everything to him, even if I sell something that I want to purchase again, I know that he's the one who has it. If you start selling stuff all over the place, which is likely to happen, and then you realize you want something like an emerald, you might not remember who you sold it to, which can be very annoying. Okay, so we're gonna sell all that. And this is for Valerie. The dart can be sold. I will keep the cookies. Some of you might know why. Trident +1 can go away. This can go away. This can go away. These are both light armor. This can go away. And these books, I don't think it matters if I have the books or not, or if I read them. But I think I'll just leave them in my personal stash. And this is something also interesting to note, because in Wrath of the Righteous, books can actually give you certain like mini feats. They can give bonuses to your character if you read them. I don't think that happens in Kingmaker, but I'm just reading them anyway in case. 7,700 gold, gimme. And you sell scrolls. But I don't think I have anything here that I want. Okay, it's actually quite cheap. So I'm gonna purchase displacement for Jubilost. And I think that's the only thing that I wanted. Maybe one of these. Okay. Juby. There you are. Let's learn this and let's learn that. Perfect. And this guy had an additional dialogue line. I think it's related to the trolls. So do you know anything about the ancient dwarven fortress in these lands? Nothing at all, your grace. 3 dwarf clans used to live in these lands. The Waradash, the Langebuk, and the Skeg. My family is Skeg, but we moved off to Mivan 200 years ago together with Aldori, fleeing from the Conqueror. Our grandfathers made a safe bet that the Sword Lord would need swords. Anyhow. Neither me nor even my father have ever been to the old fortresses. I vaguely remember from grandfather's stories that the Langebuk stronghold was supposed to be somewhere nearby, but no, I'd have no idea where to look for it. Okay, so thank you very much. Don't remember if I've spoken with this guy. I haven't. Any other traveling merchant. A 10 half-elf merchant gives you a polite bow. His thick chestnut hair shows a slight touch of grey at his temples. A sure sign that he's in his 7th decade, mature but not old age for a half-elf. I'm happy to welcome you, your grace. I am Ennio, wandering trader in curiosities. I have come to your lands recently and hope to stay here for a while, until the road calls me again. Okay, tell me about yourself. I prefer to travel the wild and sparsely populated corners of the continent. The farther I wander from big cities and trade routes, the less competition I have from the rich merchant guilds. In my travels, I sometimes manage to acquire true curiosities. Of course, sometimes I get into trouble instead. Few can boast of escaping a giant scorpion by climbing a mammoth cactus. What? Okay, so what do you have? Keen Elven Curve Blade, don't care, don't care, don't care. It's good, but I'm not gonna take it. Boots of Elvenkind. I know there are several of these throughout the game. And we already have it on the one who matters. So yeah, we don't need it. Magic Fang Grid is actually quite good, but not for our characters right now. So let's just go into our throne room. I forget the name sometimes. And check what kind of kingdom management events we have. And I will also store some books and sell stuff to the storyteller. Oh, okay. Your Grace! Keston's face looks worried and fearful. Your Grace, ill news from the Gnarl Marshes again! There were already many trolls there, but now people are afraid to leave their houses. The wilds are said to be swarming with them. The hunters were the first one to notice, then came the merchants delivering packages and food to the outskirts of the barony. Now there are more and more reports of trolls attacking villages. At first, I took the reports for gossip. Thought it was just a fear talking, but a local group of merchants recently reported that most of the trolls seem to be lurking around the house of one Bartolomeu Delgado, an odd mage living out in the wilds all by himself. They're saying there are so many trolls out there, nobody can reach Bartolomeu for fear of the beasts. Keston's face goes dark. Those trolls are up to something, and this strange Bartholomew fellow is clearly tangled up in it somehow. If the wizard's gotten some idea in his head to conspire with the trolls, we should make the first move and hit them with a preemptive strike. However, if the trolls are coming for him rather than to him, Keston sighs, it would be an enormous help if you could pay a visit to Bartholomew and figure out what's going on. I recommend haste. If nothing is done soon, there may be a grisly fate in store for your subjects. Okay, so a new quest for us. Check up on the reclusive mage. First, we're going to check our barony. So, as Keston said, this might be a time-sensitive quest. So I would not waste my time right now in stuff like rank up projects or regions. But I don't have any anyway. We have some new projects to research, which don't really matter right now. Which one is this one? Mivon will dispatch troops to watch the trade routes connected to our capital, plus 1 BP per week. This is actually something that I think is interesting, because we are likely to live or to play the game for over 100 weeks. Okay, I will want this one. And right now we're just gonna go. There's nothing special here to take into consideration. So let's store our books. It's just unnecessary weight that we're carrying. I will keep this one. Transmutations and bodily poisons. I could also just store the ale. I don't typically use it. Yeah, so sorry, this is one of my problems with this game. I usually carry a lot of stuff in my inventory that I never use. Like, for example, for cooking. Okay, I guess I'll leave the liquor. Who am I kidding? If I need it, I'm gonna be sad that I don't have it, so I'm just gonna carry everything. I'm sorry. This always happens to me. Okay, so that's done. We are going to speak with the storyteller, see if he gives us some more money. I've brought some more relics. Okay, thorax pendant. Nice. Okay, cool. What about ancient artifacts? Still have nothing to craft as of yet. I think that's all I wanted from this area, right? I stored my stuff, I spoke with the storyteller, we got the quest from Keston, so I think we can leave. And our next objective will be to pay a visit to Bartolomeu Delgado. The guy is in trouble, so we're gonna help him out. It's right here, it's not too far. Let's see if we don't need to rest before going there.
I must replenish
Okay,
my
it's
powers.
only on my character, so I think I'm fine with just going with this fatigue here. Especially because we can clear it out. I don't know for how long, but we can clear it out with a calming touch. There we go. Okay, of course I forgot. Of course I forgot. She leveled up, so now we have new spells slot. For level 1, I don't usually need 2 blesses, but I guess I can take them anyway. Divine Favor would not be terrible. But I think I would prefer an Unbreakable Heart. I think it can be handy right now. Here we have... I probably don't want 2 sound bursts at this point. But given my options, I think it's actually fine to go with like this. Does Rigongar have any charisma boosting items? He actually does not. So in that case, I am gonna take one of these out, and we're gonna bring in Eagle Splendor. +4 to charisma for our friend Rigongar. Level 3 will stay the same. And for level 4, we have Torn Body, which does nothing for us because it's personal. But we do have Protection from Energy as one of our domain slots. Which is actually just a level... let me think. Nah, this is fine. Yeah, so you can go over there. We have Forced Repentance. Let me just, I don't think this matters too much. Because it's also close range, 1 round per level. You force an evil creature that does not have the evil subtype to momentarily reflect on its past actions to be overcome by... Drops prone and begins to loudly confess all of its sins and transgressions to the caster for the duration of the spell. And the spell ends if the target is attacked. Yes, no. This sucks. We could also have Summon Nature's Ally, getting a Dire Boar, 1d3 Leopards or Giant Frogs. Not really the best of things to have. So I think that one that's always good to have, well, naturally, Protection from Energy is good to have. And I think I will take 2 Freedom of Movements here. Don't need anything else, so I think this is a fine setup for right now. I don't expect to need Death Ward in the near future. So I think this is going to be my choice. That's done.
There are many rooms.
We are going to
I am your shield.
do our usual routine here. Long duration buffs. Okay.
So, any brilliant ideas?
We will likely also use our medium duration buffs here soon,
I need to concentrate.
because we are going to be facing off against a lot of enemies in this area. We've cleared this before, but now this area is going to be full of, I believe... I know there's giant spiders. I'm just not sure if they are friendly or if they are enemies. And there are definitely a lot of trolls. So, yeah. We've cleared it before, but now there are new enemies here. So once we find them, we're going to buff up.
Don't
For
hesitate.
now, just have your armor. And we are going to begin exploring
See my destination.
in the next episode. So yeah, we're going to end the episode here, my friends. We are just at the start of the Lone House. We have our long duration buffs. The plan is explore the area, clear every single enemy in the region, and then we're gonna go into the Lone House and attempt to help Mr. Bartholomew Delgado. In my experience, in my past runs, he typically dies, like 90% of the time, but I will do my best to try and see if I can keep him alive. We will see. This will be it for now, my friends. As always, I want to thank you all for being here with me in the channel, watching some Pathfinder Kingmaker. Questions, suggestions, just saying hello, leave a comment below. If you are enjoying the content, consider subscribing for more. Many more videos coming out soon, and I hope to see you all in the next episode. Until then, stay safe, everyone.